My dear one, nothing in life is random. If these words have found you today, it's not by accident. You are being called, gently, lovingly, but firmly, to prepare yourself for a powerful shift. You may not see it clearly just yet, but change is on the horizon, and it's not something to fear. It is something to embrace. Right now, you are being asked to pause, breathe, and begin to trust that something greater is unfolding for you. You are not stuck. You are being rerouted. What once felt familiar may soon fall away, and that's okay. That's the universe making room for something far better than what you thought you needed. Let go of the old story that says, I have to control everything. That was never true. All you ever had to do was surrender and be willing to heal. You are ready now. You've been growing silently, shedding quietly, and now the soil of your life is fertile for something new. The signs have been there. The restlessness, the whisper of intuition, the inner nudges, the subtle discomfort with what used to be enough. That is your spirit saying, it's time. It's time to move forward, time to expand, time to align with what truly lights you up inside. You may not realize it yet, but every pain you've endured, every heartbreak, every moment you felt lost or broken, all of it has brought you here. Not to punish you, not to wear you down, but to shape you, to refine you, and to prepare you. Life is never random. The road may have felt uneven, but every stone along the path taught you something. Every delay strengthened your patience. Every loss taught you the depth of your resilience. Every ending cleared the space for a beginning your soul was secretly craving. Right now, you are standing on the edge of something new. You can feel it, can't you? That gentle whisper that something is shifting? That quiet nudge to release the old version of yourself? That subtle knowing that you were meant for more? Not in a desperate way, but in a grounded, peaceful, divine way. You are not behind, you are not late. You are exactly where you need to be for your next chapter to begin. Because everything, yes, everything you've been through has prepared you for this very moment. All the times you doubted yourself made you seek deeper truth. All the times you felt unseen made you see yourself more clearly. All the times you were rejected redirected you toward your true alignment. All the times you felt stuck taught you stillness, patience, and inner power. None of it was wasted. You were never broken. You were becoming. You see, growth is rarely loud. It often happens in the silence. In the nights you cried quietly. In the mornings you got up anyway. In the moments you kept showing up when no one clapped for you. That was your preparation. That was your initiation. And now it's time to step forward with the quiet confidence of someone who knows, I have walked through fire, and I still choose love. I still choose faith. I still choose me. There is no experience in your life that wasn't part of the greater design. Even the ones you'd rather forget. Even the ones that made you question everything. Because even in your worst moments, life was planting seeds within you. Seeds of strength, of wisdom, of clarity. Today, those seeds are blooming. The strength you carry now isn't the kind that needs to shout. It's the kind that radiates. It's the kind that comes from deep within, from knowing, if I survived that, I can rise through anything. So I ask you, can you honor your journey? Can you look back, not with regret, but with reverence? Can you say thank you to the past, not because it was perfect, but because it prepared you? You are not the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, even a week ago. You've grown, you've learned, you've released, and now you are more ready than you've ever been. More ready to receive love that mirrors your worth. More ready to pursue dreams that align with your heart. More ready to live in peace. Not from escape, but from presence. This moment is not asking you to become someone else. It's asking you to recognize who you already are. The soul who walked through darkness and still chose light. The heart that broke and still believes in healing. The spirit that bent and never fully broke. You are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. And now, as change begins to bloom all around you, don't shrink, don't hide, don't question whether you're ready. This is the moment you are being prepared for. This is the season where you rise, not in chaos, but in clarity, not in fear, but in faith, not in desperation, but in grace. So breathe, trust, and repeat this truth. Everything I've been through has prepared me for this. I trust my past, I embrace my present, and I welcome my future with open arms. Because it's your time now, and all of life has been gently, patiently preparing you for this becoming. Change is not something to fear, and it is certainly not something to mourn. Change is not loss, it is expansion. Life is always moving, always evolving, always offering you an invitation to rise higher into your truth. And though it may not always feel like a blessing in the moment, every shift is gently guiding you back home to yourself. So often we associate change with pain, with endings, with letting go of things we thought would last forever. We grieve routines, comfort zones, people, and identities that we believed made us whole. But in truth, nothing that is truly meant for your soul will ever leave you, and nothing that leaves you was ever meant to stay for your highest growth. When something falls away, whether it's a relationship, a job, a version of yourself, it's not punishment, it's sacred redirection. It's the universe clearing space within you and around you to make room for the more you are becoming, because you are not meant to stay the same. You are not meant to remain in environments or patterns that shrink your spirit or silence your voice. You are meant to stretch, to rise, to expand. Letting go is not a loss. Letting go is trust. Letting go is an act of deep inner wisdom that says, I believe there is more for me. I may not know what it looks like, but I trust that life is working in my favor. You see, your soul came here to grow, not to cling. You came to learn, to love, to awaken. And the only way that happens is through transformation. Growth doesn't come from staying where it's safe and familiar. It comes from stepping into the unknown with a heart full of faith and a mind willing to learn something new. Yes, it can feel uncomfortable. Yes, it can feel uncertain, but in that space of uncertainty lives your greatest possibility. Every great chapter begins with a blank page. Every sunrise follows the darkness. So do not judge the process by what you can't yet see. Something beautiful is unfolding even now. You are not being asked to throw away your past. You are being asked to thank it for its lessons and then make peace with its closing. Every season serves a purpose. And when it ends, it's not failure, it's completion. It did what it needed to do, and now something more aligned is on its way. So many people hold themselves back out of fear of change. They resist what they don't understand. They fear what feels different. But what if, instead of resisting, you softened into it? What if you could say, this is new, but that doesn't mean it's bad. This is unfamiliar, but maybe it's exactly what I've been praying for in a different form. Every time you choose faith over fear, you expand. Every time you say yes to growth, even when it feels scary, you expand. Every time you allow something to end with grace, trusting that a new beginning is coming, you expand. And with every expansion, you become more of who you truly are. You shed layers that were never really you. You release identities that were built from fear and people-pleasing. You remember that your worth has never been tied to what you hold on to. It has always been within you. So honor your seasons of change. Welcome them like an old friend. Say thank you for guiding me. Thank you for showing me what I needed to learn. Thank you for taking me deeper into my truth. There is no need to rush the process. Expansion is gentle, it is sacred, and it often begins in the quiet moments, in the pauses, in the stillness, in the silence between what was and what will be. Breathe there, trust there. You are safe to evolve, you are safe to rise, you are safe to let go of what no longer fits the vision of who you are becoming. Because the truth is, nothing is ending. It is all just shifting. And everything that is real, everything that is for your highest good, will remain or return in a new form. So the next time life asks you to change, don't see it as loss. See it as a doorway. See it as an invitation. See it as love, leading you somewhere even greater than what you had imagined. There is a rhythm to life that goes far beyond our understanding, a divine intelligence guiding every event, every encounter, every rise and every fall. When things don't happen the way we want or expect, it's easy to question everything, to wonder if we're being forgotten, if we're behind, if we've missed our chance. But the truth is this: you are exactly where you need to be. Trust the timing of your life. There is no rush in the universe. The stars do not compete to shine. The flowers do not bloom all at once. Everything unfolds in perfect order, and so do you. What feels delayed is not denied. What feels paused is often preparing. What seems like silence is often the soil beneath your dreams, being nourished, strengthened, rooted. We live in a world that glorifies urgency. We are taught to hustle, to chase, to force our way forward. But your soul does not thrive in chaos. Your spirit does not bloom through pressure. It blossoms through trust. A deep, quiet knowing that life is working in your favor even when you don't yet see the results. Think of the times you were certain something should have worked out. The job you didn't get, the relationship that fell apart, the opportunity that slipped through your hands. At the time, it may have felt like failure. But now, from a higher perspective, can you see the protection? Can you see how it led you somewhere better? Can you feel the quiet wisdom in what once felt like loss? You see, life is not in a hurry. Life unfolds in sacred timing. Sometimes the wait is part of the preparation. Sometimes you're not being told no, you're being told not yet. There are lessons you must absorb, inner wounds that must be healed, wisdom that must be gained before the door opens. And when it does, you will be ready. The key is learning how to wait with grace. Waiting is not weakness. Waiting is not doing nothing. Waiting is a space of transformation, The caterpillar does not emerge from the cocoon in haste. It rests, it softens, it trusts the darkness until it becomes light. So too must you rest in your own becoming. There is beauty in divine timing. Imagine receiving something too early, before your heart was ready to hold it, before your mind could understand it, before your soul had grown into it. Would you have appreciated it fully? Would you have known how to nurture it? Trust that what is meant for you will never require forcing. It will arrive when you are truly prepared to receive it. Release the need to control every detail. You were not meant to carry the weight of how and when. Your job is to stay in alignment, to show up for your healing, to follow the quiet inner nudges, and to believe that what is meant for you is already making its way to you in perfect timing. You are not behind. There is no such thing. You are on a path that is yours alone. Stop comparing your pace to others. Some people bloom early, others bloom late, but every soul blooms in divine rhythm. Every journey is sacred, and yours is unfolding exactly as it should. Tantra is a being that is beautiful and loved, and brings its sorrows and its suicide to a light in right, peaceful. Use this time to deepen your connection with yourself. Ask, what is life teaching me right now? Rather than resist what is, lean into it. If there's stillness, embrace it. If there's delay, explore it. If there's uncertainty, sit with it. All of it is shaping you. When you stop fighting the timing, peace flows in. You realize that you don't have to chase what's already yours. You simply have to become the version of yourself who is ready to hold it. And when you do, life responds in miraculous ways. There are no coincidences. You are being guided, protected, and prepared for something greater than you can imagine. But you must be patient with your process. The universe has not forgotten you. The right people, the right opportunities, the right moments, they are all aligning in ways you cannot yet see. So breathe. Be present. Trust the unfolding. Trust that detours are often the most direct path to your destiny. Trust that delays are divine protection. Trust that everything is happening for you, not to you. The timing of your life is not off. It is precise. And even now, in this very moment, something beautiful is being woven behind the scenes. I trust the timing of my life. I am in the right place, becoming exactly who I'm meant to be. What is meant for me will come in perfect time with perfect peace. In a world that constantly pulls you in every direction, your greatest strength is not in how loud you speak, how fast you run, or how much you achieve. Your true power lies in the stillness within you. Your inner peace is your power. It is easy to mistake power for force, for control, for the ability to be louder or tougher than life. But real power doesn't shout. It doesn't push. It doesn't need to prove anything. Real power is calm. It is steady. It is rooted in clarity, compassion, and deep self-awareness. And it lives in the quiet corners of your soul where peace resides. When you are at peace within yourself, you become unshakable. You no longer react to chaos, you observe it. You no longer beg for attention, you radiate presence. You no longer depend on external validation, you become your own sanctuary. This is not arrogance, this is alignment. This is what it means to be deeply connected to yourself. Inner peace is not the absence of problems. It is the presence of trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in the process. Trust in life. You begin to understand that you cannot control what others do, say, or think, but you can control how you respond. And you always have the power to return to your center. There was a time when you may have felt lost in the noise, overwhelmed by demands, broken by expectations. But you're not meant to live in a state of constant reaction. You are meant to breathe, to pause, to find the calm within the storm, and from that calm to move forward with grace. Your inner peace is not a luxury, it is a necessity. When you are peaceful inside, your decisions become clearer, your words become more intentional, your boundaries become stronger. You begin to attract people and situations that match the energy of your soul, not the wounds of your past. It all starts within. You may have spent years chasing love, success, recognition, only to discover that nothing outside of you can fill the spaces inside of you that long for peace. And that realization, though it may come with tears, is the beginning of freedom. You stop running, you stop searching, you start being. And in that state of being, you realize that peace is not something you find, it is something you create. With every thought you choose, every emotion you honor, every boundary you set, every moment you allow yourself to slow down, you are choosing peace. You are choosing yourself. There will still be storms. There will be challenges, disappointments, moments of grief and fear. But when your peace is anchored from within, you face these moments differently. You do not collapse. You breathe, you observe, you trust, you return. And that return, that sacred return to yourself, is power. This kind of power does not compete, it does not grasp, it allows, it trusts, it holds, and it heals. It becomes a safe place not only for yourself, but for others. When you are at peace, you give others permission to soften too. Your energy becomes a mirror of what's possible when a person commits to inner harmony. Peace is your birthright. It's not something you earn by being perfect. It's something you remember by letting go. Letting go of the need to control, letting go of the past, letting go of stories that tell you you're not enough. You are enough, you are whole, and the more you believe this, the quieter your mind becomes. The more you trust this, the stronger your spirit becomes. And from that space, you begin to live not in resistance to life, but in flow with it. You begin to understand that power isn't about changing everything around you. It's about mastering what's within you. Your breath, your thoughts, your choices, your truth. So choose peace again and again. In every moment you have that choice. When someone tests your patience, choose peace. When plans fall apart, choose peace. When fear rises, speak gently to yourself and return to peace. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Because the world will always have noise, but you don't have to absorb it. You can witness the noise and remain centered. You can feel the pressure and still walk in peace. And that is your power, the kind of power that doesn't need to shout to be heard, the kind of power that doesn't need to fight to win, the kind of power that leads with love, speaks with wisdom, and lives with grace. Say this softly to yourself now. My peace is my power. I do not chase. I do not fight. I align, I allow, and I trust that everything I need flows to me with ease. I am grounded. I am whole. I am at peace. And so it is. There comes a time in your journey when trying to figure everything out begins to feel like a burden. The endless analyzing, the overthinking, the need to control every outcome. It all becomes heavy. And in that heaviness, you begin to feel disconnected from life, from joy, from flow. That is your soul whispering, let go of the need to know everything. You were never meant to carry the weight of every answer. You were never meant to predict every turn on the road. Life was never about having it all figured out. Life is about trusting the unfolding, even when you cannot yet see where the path is leading. It is a beautiful thing to plan, to prepare, to be thoughtful. But when planning becomes obsession, when preparation becomes fear in disguise, when the desire to know becomes the root of your anxiety, it is time to soften. It is time to surrender. There is divine intelligence guiding all things. It moves the oceans, it paints the sky, it orchestrates seasons, and it beats your heart without you even asking. That same intelligence is moving through your life right now, even in the confusion, even in the uncertainty. And it does not require your worry to work. Sometimes the greatest act of power is not in doing more, but in allowing more. Allowing life to surprise you, allowing your intuition to lead, allowing yourself to rest in the unknown and say, even this space where I can't yet see is holy. You are not falling behind. You are not missing anything. You are simply being called to experience life through faith, not just facts, through presence, not prediction, through stillness, not struggle. The need to know everything is born from fear. Fear of losing control, fear of making a mistake, fear of being left behind. But fear has a narrow lens. It convinces you that if you just knew how things would go, you could finally relax. But peace doesn't come from knowing everything. Peace comes from trusting anything can happen and you will still be okay. Let go of the pressure to map it all out. Let go of the idea that you must have the 5-year plan perfectly written. Let go of the belief that you cannot move forward without every detail in place. You don't need to know the whole picture to take the next step. Sometimes clarity comes from walking forward, not from standing still and waiting for answers. The path reveals itself as you walk it. Life meets you in motion, not in hesitation. When you surrender the need to know, you open your heart to wisdom that lives beyond logic. You begin to trust signs, synchronicities, timing, and inner nudges. You become available to receive what you didn't even know to ask for. Miracles happen when you stop trying to control the timeline. Breathe deeper, slow down, come back to the present moment. What is life asking you to notice right now? Not in your head, but in your heart. There is so much peace in saying, I don't know, and that's okay. Those words carry freedom. They dissolve resistance. They create room for curiosity and wonder. They invite grace to enter. Because the truth is, you've never known exactly how it would all work out, and yet here you are. You've survived what once scared you. You've come through storms you thought would break you. You've witnessed unexpected blessings after long periods of waiting, and each time life showed up for you. So why not trust it now? You are not meant to force your way through the unknown. You are meant to dance with it, to breathe with it, to soften into it. The unknown is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It is the sacred space where transformation is born. It is the place where faith grows wings. So lay down your armor, quiet the noise in your mind, and gently remind yourself, I don't need to know everything. I just need to know that I am supported, I am guided, and I am never alone. Let life be a mystery sometimes. Let joy surprise you. Let love arrive when you least expect it. Let the right path reveal itself when you're not busy trying to force it. You are safe to trust. You are safe to flow. You are safe to not know. Let that truth wash over you. Let it soothe the parts of you that are tired of carrying the weight of certainty. And in its place, welcome the lightness of trust. Trust in your heart. Trust in your journey. Trust in the divine timing that holds everything together, even when you don't yet see the full picture. There is a quiet truth that surrounds you, even in your most uncertain moments. You are supported in ways you cannot yet see. You may not always feel it. You may question it when things go still or when life doesn't respond in the way you hoped. But underneath the surface of your everyday life, there are forces at work, loving, guiding, protecting, and preparing you for something more aligned than what you're reaching for. You were never dropped into this life alone. You were never expected to figure everything out by yourself. Even when you feel isolated, you are not. Even when you feel forgotten, you are not. There is a greater wisdom surrounding you, watching over you, orchestrating your path with gentle precision. The timing, the delays, the doors that close, none of it was a mistake. You have been guided in every step. Sometimes support looks like open doors and obvious signs, but other times it looks like redirection, like rejection, like stillness that teaches you how to listen to yourself, or endings that lead you back to the beginning of who you really are. What you perceive as emptiness may, in fact, be the space being cleared for something far greater than you imagined. Life doesn't always answer you in the language of certainty. It speaks in whispers, in shifts, in quiet nudges that ask you to trust, even when there is no proof. That kind of trust is sacred. It's not about blind belief. It's about remembering that just because you cannot see the path doesn't mean the path isn't there. Every step you take in faith sends out a signal to the universe. I believe I am guided. I trust I am supported. And the universe responds not always immediately, not always the way your mind expects, but always in perfect alignment with your soul's highest good. You may not see the whole picture yet, but pieces are moving. The right people are being placed in your path. The timing is being aligned. The healing is unfolding even in silence. The lessons are shaping your strength. And though it may seem like nothing is happening, so much is. Your spirit team, whether you call them angels, guides, ancestors, divine energy, or something else, is always near, watching, protecting, aligning the next chapter of your life. Every answered prayer, every moment of inner peace, every unexpected opportunity that appears out of nowhere, all of that is evidence that you are never walking this journey alone. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to see the full staircase. You only need to take the next step with faith. The path will rise to meet you. And every time you trust even a little, you anchor more support into your experience. There are so many things working in your favor behind the scenes. You don't see the roots growing under the soil, but they are. You don't see the energy that's rearranging opportunities, but it's real. You don't see the healing that's happening in the hearts of others, but it's unfolding. And when the time is right, not according to your fear or your clock, but according to divine timing, everything will come together. Not because you forced it, but because you trusted enough to allow it. You are being guided with love, held by grace, encouraged by unseen hands that know exactly where you're going, even when you don't. Sometimes the support you need most isn't a solution. It's a soft reminder that you're not meant to do this all on your own. It's the courage to rest, the peace to wait, the strength to surrender, the need to always know what next. You are supported in your confusion, in your doubt, in your breakdowns, and in your breakthroughs. You are supported when you're strong and when you're soft, when you move forward and when you fall apart. Support doesn't leave when you feel weak. It surrounds you even more. So breathe, place your hand on your heart, close your eyes if it feels right, and let this truth sink in. I am supported in ways I cannot yet see. I may not have all the answers, but I am not alone. Life is working for me, not against me. I trust the process, even when I don't understand it. I am safe to receive the love and guidance that is always around me. You don't need to see the whole path to trust the direction. You only need to remember you are deeply loved, constantly supported, and never, not for one moment, forgotten. And with that trust, you walk forward, not with fear, but with peace.